Hey guys, so this is one I've been waiting for a while. I was playing it back when it was out. So Revelations WoW, or people like to call it World of Treecraft. Um, I think I remember calling it that. But it's basically it's not just a regular server. It's more like a reimagined Azeroth. So if you go to Durotar, it's not going to look like Durotar, where it's like barren and red. It's lush and green. It's like an Azeroth that didn't have a lot of problems. Um, but the tree craft is like, oh, there's just trees everywhere. It's like when you play old Zelda mods, you walk everywhere and there's trees. Like there's trees on top of boxes, there's trees on rocks, there's trees on trees, that kind of thing. But it's a pretty cool server. I was playing on it almost every day until they shut it down. What was I? I think I was it the Murloc or Tusker starting area? I remember I had to go into the mountain or the cave or whatever for something, and I think I saw the thing on the side saying, "Yeah, the server shut down," and then it shut down and never came back. And it's been however many years since then. But now apparently, they're bringing it back soon, or it's already back. I don't know. But anyway, let's see what they've done to the game since however long it's been. Um, our work is in honor of the rich legacy and timeless memories that the original World of Warcraft has brought to countless adventurers around the world. The vast immersive world of Azeroth, with its intricate lore, captivating landscapes, and unforgettable characters, has been a source of joy, camaraderie, and epic tales for many. The video is a showcase, but also a tribute to the initial vision and passion that breathed life into the World of Warcraft classic zones, preserving the essence of what made Vanilla WoW an unparalleled experience. We honor the creative minds and dedicated developers whose groundbreaking work laid the foundation for our beloved game. And you can see why it was called World of Tree Craft. Because every zone, there's just like trees all over the place. Um, I what the thousand needles though that I was like, what? That one took me by surprise. I was expecting more trees. But then you see Thousand Needles like completely frozen over, like a frozen tundra, and it looks good. But then they show like Orgrimmar. I love Orgrimmar's redesign. It takes a little while to get used to it first when you're running through it, but it's not that bad. Um, but then you see a place like Goldshire, and even in the game, like right now, like I always thought Goldshire, it's such an iconic area. I really thought it should have been bigger. But you go in, there's the inn, there's the smithy, the blacksmith right there, and that's pretty much it. You have a little house that's a little further away, but it's Goldshire is so iconic, and it's really not that big at all. So kind of taking Goldshire, this iconic and memorable area in WoW, and kind of expanding on it. Now it's in Elwyn Forest, so it makes sense for there to be a lot of trees. Um, I but using the trees from Crystal Song Forest in like the regular world and not it just seems weird. I would say I really recommend not using those trees because what made Crystal Song Forest amazing and one of a kind was those trees, those crystal trees. But then if you just take those trees and just for some reason they're in the world somewhere, that makes no sense, you know? But seeing um yeah, reimagine Goldshire. Yeah, I mean this is really cool. I like the idea because it's such an iconic place. Goldshire should be even now. They have the technology for it. Goldshire should be expanded on. But I mean, Blizzard's not going to do it. Um, Stormwind, which it's almost like they just like, oh yeah, we're going to keep Elwyn Forest like a forest, but we're going to keep as many trees as possible because we don't want to disturb the land. And that's then this, just like Thousand Needles, Ashenvale, Desolate still looks like Desolate. It's vast, it's desolate, it's bony. It's not very nice to look at, regardless. Ajara looks like it's been taken over by the Legion, which would make sense. Um, Celithus, yeah, it's just these trees don't belong in Celithus. These trees are unique to Crystal Song Forest. They should stay in Crystal Song. If you want unique trees, there are those unused trees of like just regular green trees that are like floating and they're attached to like those gem looking stones. Use those or something, but don't use those. Don't use those. It just doesn't look right. Stranglethorn Vale, we got some troll architecture going, which is really cool because it's like you go through Stranglethorn Vale and it's all just basically just ruins. It's like you really don't see any major troll civilizations. I mean, you have like the troll raids like Zulaman, Zul'Gurub, and all that, but you don't see any like major troll civilizations in the world apart from Zandalar. But that doesn't happen until Battle for Azeroth. Um, I mean, you see some in like Northrend, kind of. Um, but yeah, I love troll architecture. I love troll yeah, aesthetics. They're just and it should be. I mean, they're like among the first race in Azeroth. I mean, dark trolls eventually became night elves, so trolls in game are extremely important. So the story. The Well of Eternity was created. Dark elf or dark trolls kind of settled near the banks of that, and over the years, however many years it took, they eventually went from dark trolls to the night elves that we know. Um, So extremely important characters that I don't really think get enough love and attention. Um, the Great Desert. Trying to figure out where this is. Is this Oldham? I mean, Oldham was already pretty much a desert. I'm seeing stuff like over here. It would remind me of Oldham. The clouds remind me of. So I don't know. Loch Modan, never like those places, alliance areas like Loch Modan, wetland, place I'm not really familiar with them because I've never really quested through. I've run through them for like rare. It's like, oh yeah, you can get this here, and it's like, yeah, I might go there for that, but as in for like questing, never did it. Wetlands doesn't look. I do like that though. At first, you're like, what is it? And then zoom out and you see it's in the shape of a dragon. That's really cool. That's really cool. Southern Barrens. I have a feeling that this is going to cause a lot of people's um, PCs to kind of like lag because obviously the more stuff on the screen, the more memory is being taken up, which means the more it's going to lag. That's why maybe sometimes you should consider whether or not it's good to have all these trees here. Because trees take up a lot of memory. That's why, WoW doesn't really have that many trees when you think about it. And when you go to some place like Zangarmarsh, why it lags because there's so much stuff. You have these massive mushrooms that are there, and it just your PC can't handle it. You'll notice it. If you have a good enough PC, maybe a little bit of lag, but if you're on a not that great of a PC, yeah, those mushrooms will make that place lag like crazy. Um, yeah, like these trees, it's just like there's really no point. Again, I get what they're trying to do, and I appreciate that. But they also have to think about what's best for the player. About, maybe all these trees are going to provide a not so fun experience for people who may not have the best PC, even on the lowest settings. Um, but regardless, I'm interested to get back into it because I've been wanting it. I mean, I check the Discord all the time just to see if there's any updates and stuff like that. Because I've been invested in it. I've been really wanting it to wanting to come back because I was really enjoying it the first time it was out. And like I said, I was playing in I think in a Tusker Murloc leveling area, and it was just like, oh yeah, server shut down in 2 minutes. I'm like, okay, well, you know, guess I might as well stop here and I'll do it next time. There was never a next time, so it was a shame, but it's nice that it's coming back. But yeah, World of Treecraft or Revelations. Uh, I'm sure people from the dev team are probably watching. Because when you upload a video like this and you use the entire footage, they get a notification and all that, like, oh, so and so used like this much of your video. So, hi, yeah, I played it all the time, and I seriously hope you take what I'm saying, some of it into, to heart and reconsider some of these oddly placed trees and the choice of trees. Because it's still beta, so there's still time to change things. But and also feel free to reach out and ask me what other things I might have an idea about. Uh, anyway, but yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping back in. Um, anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.